Part A. Extract 1. Questions 1 to 12. You hear a nurse talking to a patient called Mihiraa. You now have 30 seconds to look at the notes.
Good morning, Mihiraa. I'm Nurse Chris. I understand you've been feeling some discomfort lately. Could you describe what's been going on?
Well, nurse, I've been having these strange episodes. They started about 3 weeks ago, but they've become more frequent. It feels like my abdomen tightens up unexpectedly. It's not exactly painful, but it's uncomfortable enough to make me stop whatever I'm doing. Sometimes the sensation lasts just a few seconds, but at other times it feels longer, maybe a couple of minutes. It's hard to say.
That sounds distressing. Can you tell me more about these episodes?
I've noticed they often happen when I'm on my feet for too long, like when I'm cooking or doing laundry. And, they sometimes happen in the evenings after I've had a long day. But there have been times when they seem to come out of nowhere, like when I'm sitting down reading a book.
I see. Are there any other symptoms accompanying this tightening sensation?
Well, yes, sometimes there's a bit of backache, but it's not too bad. I also feel a sense of pressure, like my belly is heavy. Occasionally, I feel a little breathless, but I'm not sure if it's related. Oh, and once or twice, I felt a cramp-like sensation low down, but it wasn't very strong.
Thanks for sharing all that. Let's talk about your lifestyle for a moment. What's your daily routine like?
Oh, it's pretty hectic. I work part-time as a preschool teacher, so I'm always on my feet chasing after little ones. When I'm not at work, I try to keep the house running smoothly, cleaning, cooking. I do yoga twice a week, mostly for relaxation, and I've been trying to stay hydrated, but honestly, it's hard to remember to drink water when I'm so busy.
Have you tried anything to manage these symptoms so far?
Yes, I have. I've started taking short breaks whenever I feel the tightening begin, and I've been putting my feet up more often. A friend suggested that it might be dehydration, so I've been drinking more water. Well, trying to at least. Oh, and I tried some breathing exercises my yoga instructor recommended. They help a little, but the episodes still happen.
It sounds like you're doing your best to manage things. From what you've described, these could be Braxton Hicks contractions. Have you heard of them before?
What? I've heard the term, but I don't really know what it means.
Essentially, your uterus is preparing for labor by contracting sporadically. They're quite common during the second and third trimesters. They usually subside when you change position or rest.
Oh, I see. So, it's nothing dangerous?
No, it's not dangerous, but it's important to monitor them. If the contractions become regular, stronger, or more painful, or if you notice any other signs like bleeding or a significant change in baby movements, you'll need to seek immediate medical attention.
That's a relief to hear. What should I do to manage them?
First, stay hydrated. Dehydration can make it worse. Try to drink at least 2 liters of water daily. Next, avoid overexerting yourself. Balance your physical activity with rest. When you feel the tightening, change your position or try light walking. Gentle stretches or a warm bath may also help relax your muscles.
Got it. Should I avoid anything specific?
Yes, try to reduce stress as much as possible, as stress hormones can sometimes exacerbate contractions. Avoid heavy lifting and prolonged standing without breaks. And if you're not already doing so, consider tracking these episodes in a journal. It can help identify patterns and triggers.
That makes sense. Thank you so much for explaining everything. I'll start tracking and be more mindful about staying hydrated and resting.
You're welcome, Mihiraa. And remember, if anything changes or you're unsure about what you're experiencing, don't hesitate to reach out.
I will. Thank you again, Nurse Chris.
Extract 2. Questions 13 to 24. You hear a GP talking to a patient called Mihiraa. You now have 30 seconds to look at the notes.
Good morning, Mihiraa. What brings you in today?
Morning, doctor. I've been feeling really unwell lately, and I'm starting to get worried. It's been about a week now, and I just don't seem to be getting better.
I see. Could you describe what you've been feeling? Any specific symptoms that concern you?
Well, it started with this persistent cough. At first, I thought it was just a cold, but the cough has gotten worse. I've also been really tired, like completely drained of energy. Even small tasks feel like a struggle. Then there's the fever, it comes and goes, but when it's there, I feel absolutely awful.
That does sound uncomfortable. Are you experiencing any other symptoms?
Actually, yes. There's this tightness in my chest, especially when I try to take deep breaths. And I've noticed that I sometimes feel dizzy or lightheaded. It's making it hard to focus at work.
I understand. You mentioned work. Can you remind me what you do for a living?
I'm a draftsman. So, I spend most of my time working on technical drawings and designs, usually indoors. I've also been working some late hours recently, which isn't helping.
That's helpful to know. Have you been traveling recently or spending time in any specific environments?
No traveling, but there was this outdoor project a few weeks ago where I had to visit a construction site in a desert area. It was really dusty, and I didn't think much of it at the time, but now I wonder if that's related.
That's a good observation. Based on what you've told me, I'd like to examine you further to rule out a few things. First, I'll listen to your chest with a stethoscope and check your oxygen levels.
Okay, sure.
Your breathing sounds a bit coarse, and there seems to be some congestion in your lungs. I'm also going to order a chest X-ray and some blood tests to confirm my suspicions. Your symptoms and the exposure you mentioned suggest valley fever, which is caused by inhaling fungal spores often found in desert soil.
I've never heard of that. Is it serious?
It can be uncomfortable but is usually not serious for healthy individuals. However, it's important to treat it promptly. The condition is caused by a fungus called coccidioids, which you likely inhaled during your site visit. The symptoms align with what you've described.
I see. How is it treated? Will I need medication?
Treatment depends on the severity of the symptoms. For mild cases, rest, hydration, and over-the-counter pain relievers are often enough. However, since your symptoms are quite pronounced, I'll prescribe an antifungal medication, fluconazole. You'll need to take it for at least 3 to 6 months, depending on how well your body responds.
That's a long time. Are there any risks or side effects with the medication?
The medication is generally well tolerated, but you might experience mild side effects like nausea or headaches. Serious side effects are rare. It's also important to monitor your progress with follow-ups and occasional blood tests to ensure the treatment is working and there's no liver impact.
Okay, I understand. Is there anything else I should be doing while I'm on the medication?
Yes, make sure you get plenty of rest and avoid overexerting yourself. Keep hydrated and eat nutritious foods to support your recovery. Also, let me know immediately if you notice any worsening symptoms or side effects from the medication.
Thank you, doctor. I'll follow your advice and start the treatment.
You're welcome. Take care of yourself, Mihiraa.
Thanks, doctor. I'll do that.
That is the end of Part A. Now look at Part B. Part B. In this part of the test, you'll hear 6 different extracts. You'll have time to read each question before you listen. Now look at question 25. You hear a nursing manager called Mihiraa conducting a meeting. Now read the question.
Good morning, team. I'm excited to announce the implementation of a new pre-procedure checklist. This is a critical step towards enhancing patient safety and standardizing our care processes. The checklist covers essential items like patient identification, allergies, consent, equipment readiness, and timeouts. It's designed to be completed collaboratively with the entire care team, ensuring everyone is on the same page. Remember, this checklist is not meant to replace clinical judgment, but rather to supplement it. It's a tool to help us catch potential oversights and reduce errors. I understand there might be an initial adjustment period as we integrate this into our workflow. We'll provide comprehensive training and support to ensure a smooth transition. Our ultimate goal is to create a safer environment for our patients. Please familiarize yourselves with the checklist and provide feedback as we move forward.
Now look at question 26. You hear a doctor called Mihiraa talking to a nurse. Now read the question.
Nurse Paul, I'd like to discuss the possibility of conducting a lecture session for the nursing staff on the latest advancements in diabetes management.
That's a great idea, Dr. Mihiraa. Our staff could benefit from updated information on the latest treatment options and best practices.
Exactly. I can cover topics such as new medications, insulin pump therapy, and patient education strategies. We can also discuss the importance of early detection and prevention of diabetes complications.
That would be very beneficial. How long do you think the lecture will take?
I estimate around 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the level of interest and questions from the staff.
We can schedule it during our monthly staff meeting, Dr. Mihiraa. I'll coordinate with the nursing team and ensure everyone is available.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to sharing my knowledge and expertise with the nursing staff.
Now look at question 27. You hear a nurse called Mihiraa talking to a colleague. Now read the question.
Mihiraa, I need you to keep a close eye on Mrs. Paul in room 302. She's post-op from a hip replacement and is at risk for delirium. We've seen an increase in post-operative delirium cases lately. Ensure she's oriented to time, place, and person. Encourage early mobilization as soon as possible.
Understood, Linda. I'll make sure to reorient her frequently and assist with ambulation. Should I be monitoring her vital signs more closely?
Absolutely. We want to catch any early signs of infection or complications. Also, pay attention to her pain management. Uncontrolled pain can contribute to delirium. Make sure she's comfortable.
Will do. I'll keep an eye on her pain levels and administer pain medication as ordered. Should I involve the physical therapy team earlier than usual?
That's a good point, Mihiraa. Early mobilization is crucial for preventing complications. Let's get them involved tomorrow morning. The goal is to get her out of bed and walk as soon as possible.
Now look at question 28. You hear a GP called Mihiraa talking to a neurologist. Now read the question.
Dr. Paul, I'm referring Mr. George to your neurology clinic for further evaluation. He's been experiencing persistent headaches and cognitive decline.
Thank you for the referral, Dr. Mihiraa. I'll schedule an appointment for Mr. George. Could you provide me with more details about his symptoms?
He's been complaining of headaches that are often accompanied by nausea and vomiting. He's also having difficulty concentrating and remembering things.
Has he experienced any changes in his vision or speech?
No, his vision and speech seem to be unaffected. However, he's been feeling more fatigued and irritable than usual.
We'll need to conduct a thorough neurological examination, including cognitive tests and imaging studies. Dr. Mihiraa, we may also need to rule out any underlying medical conditions that could be contributing to his symptoms.
Thank you. I appreciate your prompt attention to this matter. Please let me know if you need any further information.
Now look at question 29. You hear a head nurse called Mihiraa talking to the nursing staff. Now read the question.
All right, nurses, let's address the new tablet system. I know there's been a learning curve. The primary goal of the system is to streamline patient data access and improve efficiency. You can input vital signs, medication administration, and progress notes directly.
What about patient allergies? How do we ensure they're clearly visible?
Excellent question. The allergy information is displayed prominently in red at the top of the patient profile. Also, there's a function to flag severe allergies for quick reference during medication administration.
I'm worried about battery life. What if the tablet dies during a code blue?
We anticipated that. The tablets have extended battery life and can be quickly swapped. In code blue, we prioritize paper charts as a backup, but the tablet data will be synced once the emergency is over.
Will there be training for everyone? I'm still struggling with the medication module.
Absolutely. We're rolling out mandatory training sessions next week. There will also be online tutorials and a dedicated help desk. Remember, this system is a tool to enhance patient care, not a hindrance. Let's focus on adapting and utilizing its full potential.
Now look at question 30. You hear a nurse called Mihiraa talking to a physiotherapist. Now read the question.
Mihiraa, I'm concerned about Mr. Paul's progress. His physiotherapy sessions aren't showing the expected improvement in his knee mobility.
That's interesting. Has there been any increase in pain or swelling?
Not really. The pain is manageable, but there seems to be a plateau in his range of motion. I've tried different techniques, but nothing seems to be making a significant difference.
We might need to consider other factors. Has there been any change in his medication or overall health condition?
He's been on the same medication for a while now. His blood pressure is slightly elevated, but that's been managed.
Let's schedule a follow-up appointment to assess him thoroughly. We might need to order some additional tests to rule out any underlying issues. It's possible there's an underlying condition affecting his knee recovery.
That makes sense, Mihiraa. I'll schedule the appointment. In the meantime, I'll focus on strengthening the muscles around his knee and providing pain relief.
That is the end of Part B. Now look at Part C. Part C. Extract 1. Questions 31 to 36. You now have 90 seconds to read questions 31 to 36. You hear the conversation between a doctor, Mihiraa, and an interviewer.
Dr. Mihiraa, thank you for joining us today. To begin, could you explain how community care and well-being are generally organized and structured in a modern healthcare system?
Thank you for having me. Community care is a multi-layered framework that combines public health strategies, primary health care, and social support systems. It's not just about treating illness, it's about fostering resilience and ensuring equitable access to resources. The organization typically hinges on partnerships between healthcare providers, local governments, and community groups. For instance, integrated care models focus on collaboration across sectors, enabling the delivery of comprehensive services such as preventive care, chronic disease management, and mental health support. Importantly, this structure incorporates feedback mechanisms where patients and their families contribute to shaping services, ensuring they are both accessible and culturally sensitive.
Dr. Mihiraa, what specific roles do community nurses play within this complex framework?
Community nurses wear many hats, blending clinical expertise with an understanding of social determinants of health. Beyond direct patient care, they act as educators, advocating for healthier lifestyles through outreach programs and workshops. They are also mediators, navigating between patients and various healthcare systems to ensure seamless care transitions. For example, a nurse might coordinate with housing services to address an asthmatic patient's living conditions while simultaneously ensuring the patient adheres to their medication regimen. Moreover, they play an instrumental role in early detection, identifying at-risk individuals before their conditions worsen, thereby reducing hospital admissions. This holistic approach underscores the value of trust, rapport, and sustained engagement with the community.
Given the diverse responsibilities, how are action plans for community well-being developed and implemented, Dr. Mihiraa?
Action plans are not static, They are dynamic blueprints that evolve with community needs. Typically, they begin with a comprehensive needs assessment, often carried out through surveys, focus groups, and public health data analysis. For instance, if rising rates of diabetes are observed in a region, the action plan might include education campaigns on healthy eating, subsidized fitness programs, and improved access to endocrinologists. These plans also integrate SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound objectives to ensure accountability. However, what truly drives their success is stakeholder collaboration. A plan might fail if a key player, such as a local clinic or school board, isn't adequately involved. Thus, the planning process requires constant negotiation and flexibility.
With so many moving parts, Dr. Mihiraa, what factors influence the operations of community care and well-being initiatives?
Several factors, both internal and external, affect operations. Funding is a perennial challenge. Underfunded programs struggle to maintain trained staff or provide necessary resources. Socioeconomic disparities often exacerbate these difficulties, with marginalized communities experiencing higher barriers to access. Additionally, cultural factors can complicate the delivery of care. Practices that work in one community may not translate well to another. Technological infrastructure is another critical variable. While telehealth has revolutionized access in remote areas, inadequate digital literacy can limit its reach. Internal issues, such as workforce burnout and turnover, also disrupt service delivery. Balancing these elements is a constant juggling act that requires creative solutions and ongoing evaluation.
Creative solutions indeed. How can these problems be addressed to ensure more effective operations, Dr. Mihiraa?
Tackling these challenges requires a multi-pronged approach. For funding, advocating for policy changes and demonstrating cost-effectiveness through data are key strategies. Programs that show significant returns on investment, such as reduced emergency room visits, often secure more stable funding. Cultural adaptability can be enhanced through community liaisons and multilingual resources, ensuring care is not just accessible but relatable. Technology-related gaps can be mitigated by offering digital literacy workshops and simplifying user interfaces for telehealth platforms. Workforce challenges, meanwhile, call for systemic changes, including better wages, manageable workloads, and access to mental health support. Ultimately, it's about fostering a culture of innovation where even small-scale experiments are encouraged and scaled up when proven successful.
Lastly, patient safety is paramount in any healthcare setting. Dr. Mihiraa, how is it evaluated and ensured within community care?
Patient safety in community care is intricate due to its decentralized nature. Unlike hospitals, where safety protocols are centralized, community care relies on decentralized vigilance. This begins with training, ensuring that all healthcare providers understand risks, from medication errors to miscommunication. Regular audits and peer reviews are common tools for maintaining safety standards. Moreover, data systems play a crucial role. Real-time tracking of incidents helps identify patterns and implement preventive measures. For example, if an uptick in adverse drug interactions is noticed, targeted training or policy revisions follow. Feedback from patients and their families is equally vital, as their experiences often reveal gaps in protocols. In essence, safety is an iterative process, refined through constant learning and adaptation.
Now look at Extract 2. Questions 37 to 42. You hear Dr. Justin Seal on advancing skin health at Mihiraa Care. You now have 90 seconds to read questions 37 to 42.
Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Justin Seal, a dermatologist with a passion for unraveling the complexities of skin health. Today, I am honored to discuss the pivotal research conducted at Mihiraa Healthcare Institute, a leader in holistic and innovative healthcare solutions, including the groundbreaking work under Mihiraa Care. The research on skin health conducted here is a testament to the Institute's dedication to improving medical science and patient outcomes. Let's explore the intricate facets of the study. At Mihiraa Care, the study of skin health combines traditional dermatological research with emerging technological methodologies. Our team employs a two-pronged approach, integrating observational studies with advanced computational analysis. The research involves meticulous documentation of various skin conditions across a wide demographic, capturing data on environmental, genetic, and lifestyle factors. This is complemented by non-invasive imaging techniques such as high-resolution dermoscopy and confocal microscopy. To ensure comprehensive insights, we've partnered with regional hospitals to gather diverse datasets, making it one of the most inclusive studies to date. Furthermore, AI-powered algorithms are employed to analyze trends and correlations within the data, particularly in predicting skin responses to treatments or identifying patterns associated with specific conditions. The combination of clinical expertise and cutting-edge technology positions Mihiraa Care at the forefront of dermatological research. The findings of the study have profound implications. On the surface, it may seem like another study in dermatology, but its deeper objective is to unravel how intrinsic and extrinsic factors collectively influence skin health. Mihiraa Care is not merely interested in treating skin conditions, but also in understanding their origins, progression, and long-term impact. This research signifies a paradigm shift in dermatology, moving from reactive to predictive care. By decoding the subtle interplay between genetics and environment, the study underscores the importance of personalized care models. For instance, understanding why certain individuals develop chronic conditions like psoriasis or eczema under specific environmental triggers can help tailor interventions that preempt disease onset. The crux of our work at Mihiraa Care lies in exploring the skin microbiome and its relationship with systemic health. Recent findings emphasize that the skin is not an isolated organ, but an interactive barrier with its own ecosystem of microorganisms. This ecosystem communicates with our immune system and has a critical role in maintaining overall health. Another key area of focus is the impact of environmental factors such as pollution and UV radiation on skin aging. The study delves into how oxidative stress disrupts the skin's natural repair mechanisms, contributing to premature aging and even carcinogenesis. By bridging microbiology, immunology, and environmental science, Mihiraa Care pioneers a holistic approach to understanding the skin. Our expectations are ambitious yet grounded in achievable outcomes. Mihiraa Care envisions this study as a foundation for redefining dermatological standards. A central expectation is to create predictive models that anticipate skin health trends based on geographic and genetic data, enabling healthcare providers to offer proactive care. Moreover, the research aims to develop non-invasive diagnostic tools that eliminate the need for biopsies in diagnosing complex skin conditions. Another anticipated outcome is the formulation of innovative therapies that incorporate natural microbiome-friendly ingredients, moving towards a sustainable and patient-friendly approach. The benefits of this study extend beyond the immediate scope of dermatology. Patients, clinicians, and the global medical community stand to gain. For patients, this means precise and effective treatments with minimal side effects. For clinicians, the research provides data-driven insights that enhance diagnostic accuracy and treatment efficacy. Mihiraa Care's work also has the potential to transform skincare products in the consumer market by guiding the development of science-backed, personalized solutions. On a broader scale, the study contributes to public health by raising awareness about preventive care measures, such as sun protection and lifestyle adjustments. Artificial intelligence is an indispensable pillar of this research. AI helps analyze vast datasets to uncover hidden patterns that might elude human observation. From identifying early markers of skin conditions to predicting treatment outcomes, AI enhances the precision and scope of our research. At Mihiraa Care, we utilize machine learning models to simulate various treatment scenarios and optimize protocols. Beyond diagnostics, AI also contributes to developing novel therapies. For example, generative AI models predict molecular interactions, facilitating the design of drugs that are both effective and safe. By harnessing AI's capabilities, Mihiraa Care integrates innovation with clinical expertise, ensuring better outcomes for patients.
That is the end of your OET listening test. Now check the answers.